Well, hello there, Cancer. Welcome to Private Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about October. October is going to have 5 weeks in it, so this is going to be a long one. I'm also doing things a little differently than I normally do, so we're going to use the 12 houses of the astrological chart, and we're going to actually use the tarot in each one of those sections, those houses. And then we're going to do where we are, what's blocking us, what our solution is. So there's going to be a lot of information coming to you, and I hope that it will be helpful to you, breaking it down into smaller pieces and in more direct areas. So I'm excited to try this and see how it goes. Please, of course, leave your comments and let me know how this fits for you, and if it doesn't jive with you, I totally understand. But let's go ahead and get started, huh? So let's do that. So I have 5 different decks here, all pre-programmed for you, and we're going to do 1 week at a time for the overview. So I'm going to lay them out, and I'm going to tell you what the messages are from our guides. So our guides are talking to me about how all 12 signs have pretty much the same messages. It's pretty exciting to have us all on the same page like this. We are indeed... everyone needs to be ready to step up and be the change that they're looking for. You know, if you want something to be different, it's time for you to get busy and make it happen yourself. You also want to just be prepared to be flexible. So as things go a little wonky here, a little wonky there, you want to just be ready to be a little flexible, see how things are going in that department, and be ready, you know. It's okay to come up with a plan, right? And figure out what you're doing, but it's wonderful to be able to sort of make sure that everything is moving along in the right direction for you. We really do like it when you do that thing where you are 100% prepared, but at the same time, you're going to have to just go with the flow a little bit, right? Step up, be the one who does the thing. It's going to be great. All right, so we have the 12 houses, all right? We're going to start over here with the self. Let's talk about this. This whole week is going to be all about September 29th through October 5th. So very cool. We have the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands reminding you that you will want to be 150% yourself, okay? If you find somebody coming along who wants you to be a little bit different or more like so-and-so, the fact is, no, you're going to stay exactly who you are. So don't change your mind about who you are. Don't do that. It's not going to work for you, all right? So this section of this little area of the circle is going to talk about money. The 7 of Wands is here. And the 7 of Wands is about that opportunity to, you know, rally the troops, but at the same time, you're going to use a convincing argument when it comes to money, all right? So if you want people to help you out or invest in what you're doing, you want to use a convincing argument to get things moving along, all right? So that's cool. All right. So now we're going to talk about the communication department. So in your communications this particular week, you want to use your best judgment, all right? You want to make sure everything is sounding correct and proper. Figure out, you know, maybe not proper, but you certainly want to make sure that you're choosing correctly, right? You use your best knowledge and understanding to back up your ideas, and you're doing it the smartest way you know how, okay? That's going to be really smart. Okay, next area we're going to talk about is family. So family is telling me that there's some movement for you. This is the Chariot in this particular deck. This is, of course, the Transient Light Tarot, and it is super cool. It has lots of fun imagery. And yes, we have this opportunity to go with the flow, but also to move forward with family, right? Whatever you're doing with your family, you want to get busy. Maybe you're going to go on a trip with your family. That would be sweet. Or to go see your family. That's even better. Nice. So we have something going on, some movement happening with family. Great. Now we're going to move on to the love department. All right. We have the Death card. So for some of my people, you're going to be letting something go so you can grow in your love department. This could be the relationship itself, but in more cases than not, you may be letting go of physical stuff, a way of thinking, just something that is not working out anymore. You're going to want to look, okay, now I've been really rigid about this, now I have to let that go and move on to this other thing. Or maybe this is just a fight you had with your partner or your somebody that you care about, and you have to just learn to accept that part of them the way they are instead of trying to make it work the way you think it should work, right? So you're going to have to let something go to move forward and be okay. So this does feel more like a squabble that happened, and maybe you learned something and you're like, yeah, okay, I got to let that go if I want to move forward in this situation. All right. So this card here is talking about the work health department in your life. Okay. So we're talking about the keeper of coins. This has everything to do with pentacles. This deck is a little funny. And the keepers are going to be, I believe, they're not the crowns, so they are going to be, no, this is the queen. Haha, the Queen of Pentacles. We have the crown representing the king. The keeper is the queen. And then we have other symbols will come up that will represent different parts of this particular deck. It's always a little bit of a trick. When you bring out new decks, you're like, oh, fun, new symbology. It's great. So yes, this is the Queen of Pentacles. We are having some feminine energy coming towards our finances. It doesn't mean you need to worry too much, or it has to do with your health as well. So this could be the benefit of wanting to get a good bargain at work and wanting to get a good bargain on things that will help you with your health, okay? So pay attention to what's going on with your money. Don't make any sudden decisions. And we'll move on to the next card over. So we have the King of Cups. King of Cups is talking about your marriage and partnerships, all right? This has to do with people you're working with in partnerships, right? Or marriage, very close partnerships, right? Very close partnerships. You're going to be getting new information about something that you love, but also it will come from this person who is going to be a male energy person representing emotions, and he is certainly a person who speaks from his feelings, so keep that in mind, and we will take care with that. All right, now we have the Six of Cups right here, and the Six of Cups is showing us that in the death and release department of our lives, this is what this area represents. This is going to be an area where we just need to let things go and move forward, or we're talking about what kind of thing you need to let go of and move forward, right? Six of Cups is always about how generous we are. We have such a plenty in our lives that we feel like we want to share it, okay? So maybe we need to pull back on the sharing a little bit here, and that's okay. We can do that. The next area over is movement and travel within our lives. We have the Seven of Swords. We're going to be taking our power back in getting ourselves in charge of our movement and deciding where we want to go and how we want to get there, what we're willing to do when we get there, all right? So that's interesting. Remember, we also have this card here, which is specifically about movement, and it has everything to do with family. So travel and family are coming together, but you're also wanting to realize that you're in charge of how you want to do that. You're taking your power back on that. No one's going to tell you what to do. All right, Cancer? So this next card is talking about your ambition. This area is all about your ambition in life, the things that get you up in the morning. What's that cup of coffee that's not a cup of coffee, all right? And that thing would be the Four of Wands, having a mind meld with someone else, connecting and having that thing that goes on when you think about it and somebody else is thinking about it. You're both thinking the same thing and you're feeling like, what? That's so cool, right? That is what gets you up in the morning, and that is what's keeping you working on all sorts of wonderful things. So it's also something you strive for at work. So good, nice, excellent. This card is talking about your friends, the people who you care about in your life, the people who surround you, the people you eat food with, the people that you hang out with, all right? And we are definitely talking about your intuition being on point. This is the High Priestess showing up to say, your intuition is going to be super on point about your friends this week, so do let them guide you. Don't say no to the possibility of having new information come to you, or your gut tell you, oh, this feels like a really good idea, or I'm not feeling it right now. I don't want to do that right now. And then you don't, and then you're not there when the big bad thing happens, right? Cool. Or not big bad thing, but you know, something would have happened to your car if you left it there, right? So here we are. We're going to talk about this one last area that is, every week we're going to have this one little area that is all about the unknown, the unknowable area of our lives. We want to get a little card representing something that's not coming up in all the other areas. So it's unclear. It's an unclear section, unobtainium. Whoa. So this is also a place of secrets, right? Okay, so we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is here representing this area of your life. We are indeed in a position to rally the troops. Okay, so if you haven't noticed in any one of these areas that, and you feel like that is your personal solution in one of these areas, you're definitely going to be able to apply it to that area. Excellent. So I made it one small faux pas, and I did not light our candle. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now before I move on to the next week. All right. So let's get these candle lit. Nice. This candle is called Radiance. And doesn't it though? Yeah, I like that. So we're going to go ahead and set this one over here. Very nice, next to our boy. Excellent. Now we have a little light, a point of reference. I like that very much. All right, so this was September 29th through the 5th. Let's move on to the 6th through the 12th. This deck is all about the 6th through the 12th. Pre-programmed and ready to go. We're going to lay them all out right here. This is such an interesting way to do this. I really hope that you enjoy it as much as I am. It does take extra work, and it is interesting to me to see how it plays and how each individual area can cross-pollinate at different areas. Sometimes they do the houses like this. As I get more comfortable doing this reading, we'll probably do more different things. I had one for Gemini where everything just came out in the overall, where it was like one whole quadrant was playing together. It was very interesting. So, watch me grow. We can all watch me grow at the same time as we learn about this reading and how this layout works. All right? So let's talk about yourself for this week of the 6th through the 12th. We have the Six of Pentacles. And this is showing that there's an abundance of financial benefit in your world. You're definitely feeling comfortable with your finances, and we like that. We want you to feel comfortable with your finances. It means that things are going pretty well. That's good news. Excellent. Now, of course, the next section is your money. We're talking about the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is here. There will be a gathering with people you work with, maybe. People coming together and having a party of some sort. Don't be alarmed. Don't be upset. I think it will be beneficial for you to get together with your people in a social setting or in some way being social with them. Break bread and make sure that everybody is still on point. And it can be a way of appreciating your people if you don't have another way of appreciating your people. But whatever this gathering is, you'll be talking about money. So it may not even be people from work. So it could be some other people that you're getting together with that suddenly start talking about money. And you'll be like, well, I'm going to keep my ears to the grindstone here. And that'll be helpful and knowledgeable, right? Cool. Next section is communication. With the Ace of Pentacles, you're going to be hearing about definitely the gift of finance coming your way. So this is good news. You'll be given a heads up that money is coming your way. Excellent. We love that. Maybe that's what you're getting at the party, and that's coming right here. Nice. All good. So let's talk now about the family. What's going on with the family? Ooh, the Lovers. All right. So maybe you're having some family that is a couple coming to visit you. Maybe it's your parents. Maybe it's not your parents. Maybe it's your brother and his husband, and his wife, or possibly husband. I'm going to just let it be a couple. A couple who are in your family will be coming over and visiting you, or you'll be visiting them. We talked about you getting on the road and traveling, so maybe you're visiting them and now you're hanging out with them. Ta-dun, 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 ta-dun. All right, that's cool. I don't get any struggle here, but we will find out what the blockages are when we go in depth on this week, okay? Now, love, Son of Cups. Son of Cups is talking about how there is, the Son of Cups represents fighting for your love, fighting for the love that you deserve, okay? So this is the Knight of Cups, right? We want you to remember that all the suns are going to be an opportunity to fight for that thing, that the wand, the cup, the sword, those are all about that. And then the daughters are information coming in, so they're the pages. But the knights are the sons, and that's good. So you're fighting for your heart's desire this week. Be aware of that, and know that you're going to need to be having a convincing argument, but hopefully it won't be a big deal, because it's love, right? Now then, the work health department, we have this interesting 9 of Swords, reminding you that you've had some less than stellar experiences in power before. You've definitely, there's your 9th sword right there. You've had some bad experiences, but the fact is, those are experiences. Now you can use those experiences to help you do better, right? This is very work-oriented, it feels like. So you're definitely going to want to pay attention to how you apply yourself to the situation, and remember the lessons from the past, okay? Because that will be very helpful. We don't want to repeat those. Next is marriage and partnerships. You're feeling pretty like you need to be left alone a little bit, maybe because of this situation here. You want to just sort of do a little hermit time, be alone, relax, and kind of gather your senses and lick your wounds. If you're feeling stressed, right? You don't want a lot of people around you. You don't want a lot of fuss. You don't want a lot of muss. You just want to be able to relax and do your thing, all right? So we have the death release area of your life for this particular week. Don't get hung up on trying to figure out what you're going to get rid of. What am I going to get rid of? What am I going to do? What is it? What do I do? What do I do? So here it is. You know what to do. And knowing that is going to be the win, all right? So just be aware of that and be prepared, okay? So you're going to get yourself unstuck at some point. You want to look at it all from a different angle so that you can see it and move forward, all right? You might be the one holding yourself back, okay? So you probably have a high standard for which you want things to go, and you're not getting exactly the way you planned, so you're holding yourself back, okay? So now then, the travel department, the movement department within your life, we are fighting for our ideas, okay? You really want things to go your way. This is the Son of Swords, or Son of Wands. Yeah, you're fighting for your ideas in this situation. You want things to go your way. Hanged Man to the Knight. Not surprised. Okay, cool. So now we're going to move over to this ambition department, the thing that you want most, that you're getting up for in the morning. Whatever that is you're getting up for in the morning, it's the Star card. We have this brilliant, beautiful thing telling you that you've done all the hard work and you are getting into the easier part at work, so you don't have to work so hard there. Everything is going along swimmingly. The major project is going along now, so you're okay, okay? Cool. Now, your friends department, we have the Empress. You're making new friends. They're just showing up all over the place. You're manifesting like crazy. So as you wish it, they come. All right? If you want new friends, they're coming to you. That's good news. And finally, we're going to talk about the secrets department, the unknown department, the thing that we aren't clear about. And it is the death card. So you'll be letting something go that you aren't aware of yet. And that's okay. Whatever it is, it's holding you back from growing. So, yay. Whatever this is going to be a benefit to you to release it. And we're excited to see you do it. So congratulations on that. That is going to be helpful to you. Good job. Moving is good. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about the 13th through the 19th. Right over here. I have this pre-programmed deck for you. Ta-da! This is becoming a regular theme, isn't it? Yep. I have many decks here, and they're all ready to go. And we're going to lay them all out. So in some cases, you might get the same card in the same area, which is always interesting week to week. But mostly, you'll find that they skitter around and show up in different places. And we're like, wow, this is a very different energy this week. And that's how it is. So very cool. Let's go ahead and look at what we have here. This deck will be noted in the comments below, but I can't remember the name of it right now, so I'm not going to hold myself up on that. Let's talk about who you are this week. You are, this is the self, right? This is the self card. This is the self department, shall we say. And you are the Queen of Pentacles. So you are indeed paying attention to your finances, looking for a good deal, trying to make sure your finances are working the way you want them to. This is a big deal for you. You are applying yourself that way. Nice. And in your money department, you might sabotage yourself. You might blow something up that's not supposed to get blown up. You're just kind of shooting yourself in the foot. That's better. Either way, that's violent. We are making things harder for ourselves. This is what happens with the devil. We don't, we look at the opportunities and then we do the thing that's going to cause the most harm to ourselves. Oops. All right. So knock it off, okay? Now the communication department, the Six of Pentacles, it looks like you're going to be either the one asking for money on the floor there from the King with Pentacles. After this situation over here with the devil, maybe so. Or you could be the guy in the chair handing it out. So be aware that there's an opportunity there, and we want you to be cautious and careful. I mean, last week you had the finances coming in and you were communicating about them. So maybe now you're the one who needs to give it away, but maybe you really shouldn't, because that would be sabotaging yourself. Fair warning, right? So now we have this section of your life. We're talking about family, Knight of Wands, indeed. Fighting for your ideas, wanting to be the person in charge of a situation, wanting to create a stir. You know, you want to, let's go over here. Let's do what I want to do. All right, so maybe it'll be fun and they'll all jump on board, but maybe they won't, and that's okay for now. We'll just leave it right there and we'll move on to the next card. Just talking about love. Doesn't have to do with your marriage or your relationship. This could be other types of love too, friends and other stuff. So we have the Star card here, showing that there's like a lot of hard work you put in beforehand. We were fighting for our heart's desire last week, and now we can relax. Okay, the Star card is here to say you can relax, everything is cool, I got you. Okay, cool, thanks. So that's good news. We love that. Now we're moving on to work and health, right? So in work and health, there's going to be some serious movement, literal movement. Your job could be changing. Your workout place could be changing. You could be deciding that what you want to do, or your doctor might be moving and you need to make a decision about that. But some major movement is happening in the health department / the work department, okay? So sort of be ready to be flexible, all right? Get ready to do whatever that needs doing, okay? So let's talk about the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is here representing your marriage and partnerships. So we want to use our power to help other people right now. And that's kind of neat. I like to think that that's a noble goal. To use your power to help others is nice. And if you're doing this within your partnership or your marriage, I'm hoping that you're helping your partner in some way that's beneficial to their health and welfare, and it isn't something weird. Okay? But Cancer, you're more level-headed than that, so you wouldn't do anything that would jeopardize your person or anybody else. So let's move on to death and release, all right? So the death and release area of your life, right here, we are talking about having a great big idea. We're having a big idea we want to use. We were hung up last week. We weren't quite sure what to do, but now you have a big idea. Fabulous. There's a dawning of information. Fabulous. Good job. We're going to go to the travel department, the things that are moving in your life, right? Trust your intuition about what's moving, all right? Things that are moving, you can trust your intuition. The High Priestess says so. Your intuition is very much on point. Very good. Love that. Now the Queen of Swords is here, and she's in your ambition department. So there's going to be somebody showing up in the area where you like to get up and you like to get after it and everything is cool. And then this lady shows up. She's very bossy. She's particular about everything. And unless this is you, you're not going to be digging it. Okay, Cancer? This person is particular about how they like things done, and it's going to be a real interesting time. I really hope this is you, so that you won't have to deal with anything like that. Okay? So, the next card over, we're talking about how your friends and what's going on with your people, right? And your people right now are having a really good financial benefit situation going on, where they're making money and having good flow in their lives. So they might just be celebrating and being the acquisitional people that they are. Oh, this guy got a new car, that guy got a new tools for his yard. This guy, you're watching other people prosper right now, and that may or may not be great for you. But it is what it is. So take that for a minute and go, okay, interesting. And now the unknown department for your life. We did some releasing last week. And this week, you just want to be left alone. You've got the Hermit. And the Hermit is like, I've had enough of this nonsense. I need a break. Okay? So you're going to step away and step out of the situation into a place where you are free. Okay? So take time out, take care of yourself. Self-care is required and important, all right? That's pretty cool. So that was the week of the 13th through the 19th of October. Let's go ahead and grab another deck and get busy on the 20th through the 26th, all right? So this deck is the only deck that's a repeat from last month, and this is the Magical Nordic Tarot. You may recognize it, and I hope so. If you're new here, though, you won't recognize it, but it's super fun, and it was a gift from my sister, so shout out to Miss Carol. But yes, indeed, we're going to use these cards. They're quite beautiful. I think they're lovely. There are a couple of extra cards in here. I know that sounds weird, but the artist was so compelled that they made a couple of interesting other cards that are quote-unquote additions to the major arcana, which I've never seen that we needed that, but they did, so we're using them, and it's okay, all right? So let's go ahead and look at where you are and who you are this particular week of the 20th through the 26th of October. Four of Pentacles. Your finances are squaring away. You're feeling squared away. You're feeling safe and secure in your finances. This is good news. I like that very much for you, all right? Let that be the base of how you interact with other people. It'll make you more fun. Now, in your money department, you've worked very hard for it. You are working your butt off to make the money. This is not free money. This is not like a lottery win. This is you simply doing your job and getting paid, okay? You're doing a good job and you're getting paid. Good for you. All right. Now, we have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is here showing me that indeed there is, this is the communication department, and the Queen of Wands is here to be a down-to-earth, easygoing, feminine energy person who's going to be somebody you are communicating with about something, all right? don't feel like she's going to be a problem. I think it's just somebody you're going to be talking to. This could be a sister. This could be somebody who you care about. Pretty easygoing, pretty down to earth, and it will be a pleasant experience having this conversation with this person, okay? So enjoy the conversation. It's okay. Now your family, on the other hand, is going through something else. There's somebody within your family that you need to release from the fold because they're causing trouble and they're not doing their part, okay? They're causing more trouble than they are helping. So you'll have to release them, and it's going to be hard. You're not going to enjoy that process at all. But it will be helpful to you, and it will be helpful to them, because if you don't do the release of that person, there's going to be some issues that come up because it will continue to cause trouble, okay? So now let's talk about the love department for this week, the 20th through the 26th. We have the Hierophant. You're wanting a little more structure in this area of your life. You want things to be more structured, more defined. So you'll have to figure that out. Have a conversation with your people, right? And when you do, you'll be expressing what you want, and hopefully they'll get on board with it, or maybe they won't. But you'll know, you'll figure it out, and at least you'll have answers, right? So the next department is the work health area. We have the Ace of Cups. Very nice. You made the big move, and now, dun, 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 the Ace of Cups, showing that there's the gift of love either in your health department, which is super great. Feels like there's going to be some nice resolution to a health situation. If you've been having something and you had to make a major move, now you're into the good stuff, okay? But if this is at work, there could be a genuine moment where there's an interaction with a coworker where you're emoting, you're sharing emotions between each other, so that there's a deepening of a relationship, a friendship with this person at work, and it comes from a place of care, right? It's about you each giving and sharing emotions and experiences so that you all are on the same page and you can move forward, but it's a bonding experience, so that's cool. It doesn't have to be a relationship, it just has to be cool, right? So let's talk now about marriage and partnerships, where things are happening. There's new information coming to you about your love, all right? This is the Page of Cups. You're going to get new information about your love. Whoever your partner is, whether it's a partnership at work or a partnership at home, you're definitely getting new information, and it's going to be beneficial, all right? Good stuff is coming. Now, death and release, we're just going to let something go. You're going to find out that there's good money. You're going to have a windfall of cash, which will help you be able to let something else go because you don't need to worry about hanging on to this thing anymore, okay? So it'll help you make decisions. I like that very much for you, so that's good. You are going to let the Ace of Pentacles help you make a decision this week about what to release, because you have the money and you don't need whatever that was anymore as a crutch, all right? Travel and movement within your life. This department is talking about the Ten of Swords. You have complete control over where you go, what you do, and who you hang out with, and what you plan on doing with it, okay? So wherever you want to go, whatever you want to do, you're in charge, okay? Be careful with that, but definitely know you are in charge, all right? Now, the ambition department, you're feeling a little stuck in your power, okay? You really want to be, well, she came and took your power, right? The Queen of Swords came and made things more difficult. But the Eight of Swords is showing me that you're not feeling like you can actually move and do what you want to do. However, if you look at it from a different point of view, you'll find that if you take her into consideration and you figure out what she likes and doesn't like, and then you can make whatever you're doing just a little bit like that, she'll go for your idea mostly, okay? So, zhuzh your idea up a little bit, make it more like what she wants, or a little bit like what she wants, and presto, she'll be on, okay? She will sign off. You will have more power than you think, all right? Now in the friends department, this particular week, the 20th through the 26th, we are looking at having all the money you need to take care of whatever you need to take care of. This is great stuff. You are having a great time here financially. So your friends were all there having the Nine of Pentacles, and why I think for some reason this is you having the Nine of Pentacles. See, Nine of Pentacles twice. I told you, same departments. So you still may have friends showing off how they have all that money, but it could also be you. You've been doing some stuff here, right? This is also you. And then there's this, right? So you've got some pentacles going on for yourself as well. So you might be joining them, and it'll be really fun because you'll all be talking about your cool stuff. Yay! All right. Now, this is this sector unknown. The unknown secret zone, right? What's going on? I don't know. Here we go. The Seven of Swords, taking your power back. There's an opportunity for you to take your power back in some unknown, unclear space here. And in one of these places, you're definitely going to apply yourself, and you're going to take your power back in that area. So I think it will help you to claim it and become more a part of. But I really see that most of this area is good, except maybe that. That's probably the one area I would say you really need to take some power back, and carefully. So whatever you do, be careful. Use a convincing argument, all right? Cool. So that's the week of the 20th through the 26th. Let's go ahead and get one more deck so we can go ahead and do the final week in the overview of October 27th through November 2nd. All right. Now this one is the Guardian of the Night deck from MJ Cullinane. All right. We're going to go ahead and lay these out. It's a beautiful deck. It's got all the animals, and it's a little bit more, it's a little different from some of her other decks, so I enjoy it quite a lot. But it is a traditional tarot deck, so that's fun. All right, so we're going to set this deck down, and we'll talk about who you are and what's going on with you in the self department for the week of the 27th through November 2nd. All right, we have the Five of Cups. You are remembering, Cancer, your lessons from past relationships so you don't repeat them. That's wonderful news. Love that. Good deal. I feel like something will be reminding you of that. Now, your money department is showing me that you are indeed using very good judgment and leaving something behind to move forward. Right? See the skin? The snake is here. He's all fresh and clean, and he left his old skin behind because he doesn't need it anymore. I don't need my old skin anymore. I'm all good. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I see you releasing something or leaving something behind so you can move forward in the money department. Maybe it's a way to invest that you're letting go of and you're moving forward. All right. Now then, we have the communication department. We have the Ten of Cups. So there's going to be a celebration in your communication department. There's going to be lots of easygoing chitter chatter and happy exchanges happening. I feel like it's going to be a very nice experience to finally have the air cleared and everybody's talking about it in a really happy way. That's going to be so great. Okay, cool. Now then, let's talk about how the family is responding and how the family is getting into this situation. The Six of Pentacles is showing up, telling me that yes, indeed, you have plenty of money in your world right now. You are definitely able to take care of business right now, Cancer. And that may be an attractant for your family, or it might be something that you're just feeling like you want to help somebody out, or maybe host a party or host something that will get your family together and it will be fun for them. All right. Or maybe you'll help somebody out with something. All right. Now then, your love department has the Knight of Swords. So you are fighting for your power within your relationship. So, or within your love department, whatever that means for you. So it doesn't have to be an actual relationship yet, but whoever you're hanging out with, you're going to try and be in charge of the situation. Be careful about that, okay? So now we're talking about your work and health department. Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups shows that there's something, maybe you're going to meet somebody at the gym that will be fun and easy to hang out with. That would be fun. That would be part of your health department. Or perhaps at work, you're going to have like somebody that you're working with or being partnered with that is going to be super cool and easy to work with, and you'll have a mind meld, and it could be very like pleasant. Okay, I can see you having a very good time in one way or another. That would be fun. So let's now look at marriage and partnerships. This is the Star. The hard part is over. All the really hard work of being in a relationship has, some of you have been having a pretty big struggle in relationships right now, but it's getting to the place where it's no longer that big a deal, okay? You've gotten through the hard parts, now you're working into the easier parts, and it's going to be so nice. And for those who are in partnerships at work, yeah, things are going well. Maybe you have a new one, and you don't have to worry about the other stuff anymore. Things are getting done, and you're not having the struggle anymore. That's good. Now then, we have the death and release part. We're talking about the King of Cups. King of Cups. This is an emotionally based male energy person who's going to show up and probably either, well, he's going to be expressing his feelings about what's going on, and maybe he'll help you be informed this week about what something you may need to release this week. Maybe not. Maybe he'll be the one saying, you can't possibly get rid of that, because he has an opinion. All right? Now then, let's talk about the movement department. Travel, right? Well, we have the Ten of Wands. Perfect. Ten of Wands is when you want to take your ideas and go, right? You want to take your ideas and move along down the road. So you might find yourself, like with this guy, going, okay, my partnership is doing great. This guy here is telling me what I should do, and now I'm ready to move. Ta-da! So you're getting ready to do something about that. Perfect. And now we're looking at the ambition department. So what's going on with you this morning, this week, that makes you want to get out of bed? All right, we have the Queen of Wands. This is that feeling that you're squared away, you're down to earth. There's somebody new at work. I feel like the Queen of Swords has taken a back seat, and we have a new person in charge of a situation. And the Queen of Wands makes it much easier for you to get up and go to work because she's chill, she like you, and she makes everything easier because she doesn't get all fluffled and stuff. She's like, this is what the end product should look like. How you get there, it's fine. You do you. Which is super cool because being told exactly how to do a thing gets real old. All right? So let's talk about your friends. We've had a lot of Nine of Pentacles over here, and now we don't. We have the Emperor, where it's all about the foundation is getting stronger within your friend group. This is really, really excellent. I love this very much. I mean, Cancer, I don't know why you got the Nine of Pentacles twice. My brain is now flashing onto the idea that what if you all played the lottery together and had a friend group that played the lottery together, and then the group won. Haha. So yeah, now the foundation's getting stronger and better. I like that very much. That's going to make everything better for you. Excellent. Now let's talk about the secrets department, or the unknown department. There's going to be the Three of Cups. There's going to be a party. That is wonderful news. I love to think that you're going to have some happy stuff going on over here in the unknown department. There will be an unknown opportunity to have a good time. Please do have a good time. Let your hair down. Don't be so serious. You've been pretty serious all month. And we definitely want you to take that moment and see what's going on. Okay? So that's the overview for the entire month. All right? Now I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to clean this stuff up. And we'll go in deep on the very first week of September 29th through the 5th. Hold tight. Ta-da! Look at what I did there. Got it all cleaned up and we're ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use this deck here. We're going to continue with this deck. We're going to go deeper right here. I'm going to keep going around and we'll do rounds of where we are. So the first round is where you are. The second is what's blocking you, of course. And the third will be your solution. So this should be lovely and in-depth and cover quite a bit. So if you find yourself wanting to take notes, that would be maybe a smart choice, because we have opportunities to glean information for the entire week and be prepared in all sorts of areas, right? You never know what might stick out for you or click with you within your own personal life. So this is that fun deck that has all kinds of fun things. We have crowns, which are kings. We have keepers, which are going to be the queens. We have apprentices, which are going to be our pages. And then we have other ones that are going to be all about our knights. Yep. Okay. So they'll present the champion. Haha. We'll have champions. Champions, apprentices, crowns. Perfect. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started here. We're going to talk a little bit about yourself. All right. Let's talk about yourself. We were talking about being a little uncompromising in who you are and what you're doing to make sure that you really are who you are and you stand up for yourself. Okay. We just want you to stand up for yourself. That's good news. Three of Wands is showing that remembering your lessons from your past this time is going to be very helpful to you while you're defending who you are. Okay. And of course, the Sun is here showing me that it's going to be an opportunity for you to, interesting. So standing up for yourself, right? But when you get the Three of Wands blocking you, saying that your memories are blocking you, so you may have to learn something new. Okay, so this is about learning something new. All right, the Sun is always about learning something new. So you are currently being stuck in your ways, but you've learned lessons from your past that have left you going, and they're in your way now. So it's suggested that you might want to learn something new. Okay, it could be fun. You might like it. Okay. Now then, the money department, we have the Seven of Wands. This Seven of Wands is all about you using a convincing argument to get people on board with what you want to do. All right? So you're going to get people on board by using a convincing argument. That will be very nice. The foundation and power is not strong right now. You're blocked by thinking that you're all in charge of it, okay? Because you're not. You are not in charge of it all, so your convincing argument could be falling on deaf ears. Just be keeping that in mind, all right? And so you may be completing a cycle here. Because you're falling on deaf ears, you may just say, I'm going to take all my money and go somewhere else. Bye. Or you could be starting something. So I feel like if you take your money and go somewhere else, you're going to start it somewhere else. And it will be your ideas, because it doesn't look like you're getting a lot of love right now. Okay? Now then, the communication department. We're using our better judgment. We're making sure we're not screaming at people that don't need to be screamed at. All right? So we're definitely in a position where we're going to choose our words carefully. Okay? Make sure that you do that. We don't want anything to get haywire there. You will receive information that will empower you but also block you from moving forward. So you'll have to be cautious and careful with how you receive the information and how you deal with the information. Maybe you don't want to use that information. You'll set it aside for a minute, although it is empowering, right? Now we have your solution is one more time to walk away from a situation. The Eight of Cups, letting you know that it's okay for you to release yourself from a situation so that you can move forward, okay? And this is in communication, so you're going to stop communicating with somebody. We talked about you changing yourself here, maybe changing your tack here because you don't have anyone who wants to listen to you there. And now you're walking away from somebody here. So there's a lot of things going on that have a lot to do in this sector of communicating in a way that gets you where you want to go, sharing your information, but at the same time not being well received, walking away and starting anew. Interesting. So let's talk now about your family. Is your family involved in this? We have the Chariot, so they're en route. One way or the other, they're moving somewhere, either closer or further away. Let's just see. Having all the tools at your disposal is blocking you, okay? So they don't appreciate the fact that you know how to do everything. They kind of want you to let them do something, I guess. And, of course, the Six of Wands, in the end, you will use your intellect to help them. You know, you're going to share your ideas anyway. Ta-da! So sharing your ideas doesn't mean you have to do all the work for them. So share your ideas and let them decide if they want you to help them out, okay? Interesting. Trying new options in many areas. Wow, lots of change for you, Cancer. Big deals, big changes, all right? Now then, we're in the love department. There's something we are releasing so that we can move forward, right? We have the Death card letting us know that we're going to let something go so we can grow here. Some of you will be letting go of a relationship. Some of you will be letting go of a way that you're thinking about the relationship. Others will just be returning people's things so that you can move forward, right? So it's a big deal. Whatever you're working on is going to be a big deal. You have the Knight of Swords here. You're fighting for your ideas, fighting for your power in the situation will block you from moving forward, okay? So don't fight about it. Just let the release happen. Don't fight about it. And you'll find yourself using your power to help other people in the situation, okay? So this is going to be an opportunity for you to help other people with your power. Okay, so don't fight for your power. Use your power to help other people, okay? Interesting, interesting. Every time, there's lots of transformation for you right here. You're taking a situation, you're changing your mind, and then you're coming out differently. Interesting. So now then, we're going to talk about work and health. And we have the Keeper of Coins, which is the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is here talking about how she likes to save money in all areas, whether you're at work or you're in your health department. You absolutely want to save money, okay? Don't spend it all in one place. The Apprentice of Swords. New information is coming to you about ways to get more power at work or in your health, better ways to take care of yourself. You're going to get new information, all right? So maybe this Queen of Pentacles will also bestow upon you ways to take better care of yourself, all right? But this is, no, sorry, this information is going to block you, right? So the information will either block you from taking better care of yourself or moving forward at work, all right? Information about power can slow you down. Oops, right? Because it means you want to control things that are already taken care of. Okay, but the Seven of Pentacles is here to say you will have the budget you need at work if you need this money. Try not to be in charge of things, and you'll have the money you need. And if it's about your health, you had this lady who was going to help you understand that you can afford to take care of yourself better, and you have enough money. Excellent. Good for you. Nice place to have that kind of situation, right? Now then, let's talk about marriage and partnerships. We have the King of Cups, an emotionally based male energy person. Doesn't have to be a man, but this person is going to be sharing information with you coming from a feelings place. So you're going to be receiving their feelings and getting new information, which will help you within the partnership or the marriage, okay? So receive the information. It will help you. Information about ways to make more money are going to block you in your relationship here. So new jobs, new opportunities in jobs and work are going to block you from your relationship because you won't be home, right? So try and let things fall together if you can. This can go one of two ways. If you take the job situation, your relationship will probably fall apart. If you leave the job, things will fall together, okay? You have a choice in this situation about your relationship. Do you want it to stick around, or do you want to make the money? All right, I know that sucks to have it be like that, but there it is. All right, so now we have the Six of Cups here in the Death Release department, showing that you have some opportunities here to release some stuff, and it's going to be okay if you want to. All right, so you have you can be generous and give it to Goodwill or whoever it is that your favorite charity is. You can definitely do some of that, releasing to charity, and it will help you, right? You have enough to give, so you can do that, right? There will be the King of Wands is here saying that, yeah, no, I have an opinion about that. This is a down-to-earth, easygoing fella who has said, hey, wait a minute, I have an opinion about this. I would like to talk about what you're getting rid of here. So he's going to stand in the way of you doing this disbursement situation. But know that the Queen of Wands is here also. And the Queen of Wands is going to say, it's okay, I got you, we'll take care of this, everything is going to be fine. So you will have the opportunity to work that out, okay? Perfect. Now then, let's talk about this travel movement department of your life, all right? The Seven of Swords. We were talking about how you taking your power back in this situation and being in charge of whether or not you move one way or another, or what you do, or how you take steps, is going to be what you're thinking about. You're absolutely thinking about taking charge of that situation. The Five of Cups is here, reminding you that you've had some bad experiences in this situation before, so you want to be careful about how you do it, okay? Don't always sweat the little stuff, but definitely be aware that you're in it, okay? So remember and even as you remember these past experiences, it's going to maybe block you from taking your power back in that department. But you know, movement is movement, and the Two of Cups is here. Maybe you're overthinking it, and maybe if you just focus in on one person instead of trying to get a whole gaggle of folks to go, you can get a lot more accomplished in just a single person partnership situation, right? So, Two of Cups, making it a group of two instead of a group of many. Too many people trying to do the same thing is hard to get together, all right? So, now, the trip can go off with only a couple of people involved versus if you bring everybody. Now then, let's talk about your ambition, that thing that gets you up in the morning, you know, the people that we were hanging out with, and we have the Four of Wands. You get up in the morning because you enjoy having a mind meld with people, getting together and being on the same page, getting things going in the right direction. You feel like that really helps you a lot. The Six of Coins, having enough money to take care of yourself and a little bit extra to play with, is blocking you right now. For some reason, you may be a little bit more focused on wanting to make good money than you are on having a mind meld. So that's going to be frustrating, right? Okay, but we have the Two of Wands showing up as your solution. So you may have a better job offer that shows up. A doorway will open for you in this situation, and you will want to take that job offer. I feel like if perhaps it offers better money, that would be great. Or maybe because it's the Wands, and we were talking the Wands, right? The Wands and the Wands makes me think maybe you're in the middle of making money right now, but where you're headed will be with your friends, and you'll be able to hang out and have a good time. So it's a question, all right? Not to worry. Don't be upset. All right. Now then, we have, we're going over to the Friends department where we're using our gut. Our intuition is going to tell us exactly what's going on. This is the High Priestess. we definitely have that information floating around that is telling us, hey, I know I can trust you, and I can trust you, and I can trust you. And that's really great. We like that. There will be a part of you that wants to be left alone with your friends, maybe, or maybe just not hang out with your friends for a little bit. And maybe that's your best thing, because you've got a lot going on this week that maybe not being around your friends this week is okay. You're just like, I'm going to take a time out. The Hermit is blocking you from moving forward. So yeah, the whole section of you that's like, no, I don't really want to go out right now. Listen, it's okay. No big bad thing, because the solution to that, if you go ahead and you defy your gut, the devil shows up. You will sabotage yourself so bad. We don't want you to sabotage yourself, Cancer. Come on now. Give yourself a break. Take a time out. I'm going to say live the hermit right there. Don't force yourself to go be social when you're not feeling social, because it makes things worse, not better. Okay? Now then, finally, we have the unknown for this week, right? We have the Five of Wands. So rallying the troops in some area of your life, I would say more so at work than anywhere else, is a better choice. All right? So you're going to rally the troops in some area of your life. Don't worry about this area, the travel and stuff. It's not going to work out so good. You know, it's good. You'll rally them somewhere, and it'll be awesome. Okay? Lots of changes happening here. All right? Changing your mind. Now we have the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is here blocking you in your rallying of the troops. So he says, nope, don't do that. Don't get more people involved in this situation. We're talking about the money department again. All right. But you will, you're definitely building a foundation for yourself one way or another, okay? So in this unknown area, you're going to build a foundation for yourself, even if you're not rallying people together for yourself, okay? So maybe you'll work with the defender. You will work with the King of Coins for sure, building a proper financial foundation for yourself, because this is all about building a foundation. You have a strong foundation coming out of this, okay? I really like that for you. So this is what's going on for this week in depth. I hope that you enjoy this style of reading. This is the new style for now, until you comment otherwise and let me know this is not what you wanted. But if you found this helpful, I would love it if you'd like and subscribe. It really helps my little channel grow a little bit, and I really love reading the cards for you. And I do hope that this will be beneficial to you in some way. We'll talk next week about the 6th through the 12th. Thank you so much.